Hi folks, County Line Gardener with you. Hey, it's been, I'm sorry, it's been 6 months or more since I've had a video. Had a lot going on health-wise. Had a cancer scare, got rid of that, and some other things, hospital stays. I'm okay now. Now it's my wife. My wife's in bad shape. I don't know what's wrong with her. It's female problems, and I don't know. I just wanted to get off of that, and we'll show you. This is my back porch of my garage, okay? And I always plant me some tomatoes out here in pots, and they do pretty good. They do pretty good. Those are cucumbers. They got all kinds of, I got 8 or 9 or 10 different, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 10 to 11 different kinds of tomatoes out there. I tried one last year my daughter gave me called a super sauce. And that's the only one I grew from seed this year. Because there's 2 of them. There's 2 more. Well, there might be another one sticking around here somewhere. But anyway, those were the only ones I had that actually took off. The rest of my seeds were about 10 or 12 years old. But anyway, back to, we're going to take a trip here. There's the OX 500. This one's, I've had this old lawnmower on my 14, 15 years now. There's my newest one. That's our big Z-turn. And of course, I'm having problems with the carburetor on it, so we're working on that. It'll get fixed. Well, here's what I do now. I go buy my plants. I'm sure a lot of you do. I give up planting them seeds because it just, well, let me show you over here. For one thing, here's where I used to plant all my seeds on this big table. And that right there is a 2 cubic yard bag of Miracle-Gro potting soil, which I love that stuff. I love it. But it's doubled in price in the last 4 years. It's $15 or $16 for that bag right now. And back when I had my greenhouse and was growing all those tomato plants, if you'll recall some of the earlier videos, look back on them, I was growing over 2,000 tomato seeds, and I haven't had, over 2,000 tomato plants in my greenhouse, and I was selling them. Plus, I was putting what I grew in the garden. I can't afford it anymore. Not with them bags of that. Them things, I don't know. My goodness, I think we went through more than 20 big bags of that. And you figure that out at $15 a bag now, I just can't do that. I won't do it. And besides, this is a lot easier. It's a lot lazier, and I don't care. I'm 74 and a half years old. I'm ready to get things a little easier. That's my lighthouse. I'll show you that little project here in a minute. I made that. We used to make those. I actually had a woodworking business one time where we would go to craft shows and things, and I would sell those. I think that one there went for $55. I do believe that's the medium size. There was one smaller and one larger. And yes, they do light up. They do light up. They got a regular light bulb in them. But I got out of that hobby because I couldn't breathe that dust anymore. Over there is the old motorcycle I've had since '07. I've had that brand new since '07, and it's not got a scratch on it. And I want you to know I rode it yesterday. I was told not to ride it anymore, and I just for meanness, I did. And I see now why they told me not to. My legs got weak when I was in that hospital for 25 days, 24, and I don't have any strength in my legs anymore. But here's some petunias I bought. Like I said, I buy them all. I buy them in them flats right there, and I make hanging baskets out of them. Okay? Okay, let's just go on around here. This is the front yard you people are all familiar with. Here's my deck that I built last year. Okay, here's my one of my projects I got going on. I'm gonna board all this up. See that I was going to use them landscaping timbers, but I got all these 2x8 treated back here in the back. You'll see them shortly. So I thought, what the heck? I'll just make me a little wall out of them things. It's going to go down there to those pineys, or I don't know what them pink things are called, but that's where it's going. I had some compost left over from the raised bed, so we put it out here. That's going to work just fine. And those petunias you just seen are going to go. They're going to go in here. Okay. There's my kitty cat. See him up there in the window? I don't know if you can see him or not. That's my buddy. That's my best buddy. I put this bird feeder right here. Fill it up once a week. And he watches them birds. Oh, he wants to get to them. And I had a problem. If you'll notice down there at the bottom of that pole, I looked out here one day from that window, me and the cat, and there was a chipmunk up there just going away. He was just having a good time with my bird feed. So I wanted to stop that. So if you'll see that, down there on the bottom of that pole, that's axle grease. Yeah, berry grease. Gooey stuff. I had a tub of it in the garage, and I put it on the bottom of that pole there. And I ain't had one since. And you can see where he got a hold of it and got grease on his little paws, and he didn't like that. So they can't make it up that pole now. They don't like that grease on them. So anyway, that was another idea of mine. Down here is where that lighthouse is going to go. Run down there real quick. We got two places here. We had big bushes and we cut them all down. And that lighthouse is going to go right in the middle of that right there. But I got so many of them bush stumps right there, if you can see them. I got underneath that black. I've got to build that up because I can't get them out. I sold my tractor. I sold my John Deere 2025 to my brother-in-law. He kept bugging me about it. He wanted it. I was basically done with it because I don't farm anymore. So I sold it to him. I had it. I had that lawnmower 7 years, and I lost $9,000 on it. No, I didn't. Anyway, I sold it to him for 10 grand, so that worked out real well. If anybody can tell me what the heck that thing right there is, I mean, I know what it's called, but I don't know how to use it. Some kind of a clock. I don't know. The Romans used it or something. Here's my pride and joy. Now, here's my raised beds. Okay. All right. I got the brother-in-law come over. He just lives behind me back here, so we brought the tractor over. That was part of the deal, you know. I'd sell him the tractor if he would load these up for me every year. Right over there, you can tell that's where the dump truck dumped it. I had 5 cubic yards of compost, and that is the best stuff in the world. There's absolutely no weeds grow in that, and it makes your plants go crazy. I mean, they go really good in that. Okay, here's my strawberries down here on the end. I wanted to show you this. This is May the 9th. Yeah, May the 9th, I think. I got one ready to pull there. I'll show it to you here. But I'm not going to. It's not quite ready yet. Where's he at? Here he is. Is that pretty? I might just have to... he's kind of yellow on that back side, so we'll give him another day. There's all kinds of them in there. But anyway, these I planted them 5 years ago or so, and I ain't touched them since. Nothing. Nothing. No weeding, no watering. They're there all winter long. I gotta show you this thing right here. It's my mole trap. It's my mole trap. Yeah, that's a new kind of mole trap. I tried that one, and I really like it. It really works well. Okay, let's go on down here. You folks that follow my channel, you're probably familiar with all this. There used to be a garden right here. I plowed it up, moved it up the top of the hill, and then I grew blackberries here. I had 6 rows 100 feet long here of blackberries, thornless. Oh my goodness, they're good. So I got rid of them. I couldn't keep up with them. Supposed to trim them all the time. I trimmed them down to 3 feet tall. Well, with the pruners, and that's a lot of trimming. And I want you to know, in 90 days they grew about 4 feet. I swear they did. Okay, right here is where they were. You know, if you remember, this is where the garden used to start. Right here. Okay, and it went all the way back here to them blackberries. I'll show you here in a minute. Big garden. All this right in here. That's why I bought that tractor. Yeah. Oh my goodness. You watch some of them older videos, you'll see what I'm talking about. I mean, I had 2,100 feet of corn. I had, each row was 100 feet long going up. I had 2,100 feet of sweet corn. I had 800 feet of bush green beans. I had one year, I had 300 tomato plants up here. 300. Here's the blackberries. This is what I had left from down there. I dug, every one of these was dug up and brought up here. They dropped new ones on their own, and you just dig them up and replant them, and they come up. Propagating, I think, is the fancy word for it. But anyway, there's all them blooms you see there are blackberries. They're going to be great. There's not very many of them. I mean, compared to what I used to grow. But I got my mowing done up back to there last night, and it's so wet here from all the rain that I didn't want to go any farther. Excuse me, I didn't want to go any further down that bank right there, because I have gotten hung up down there. Go around here. I wanted to show you my. This is the pile of treated wood that came from my front deck on my house. Okay, every bit of wood you see there is treated. There's some old roofing laying there, that burgundy stuff. Every single bit of that is treated. Look at them 1 or 2 by 6 or 2 by 8, excuse me. Hell, them may be 2 by 10s, I don't know. But they're 16 feet long, and that's what I'm going to use for that wall in the front for my flower bed. Yeah. Well, I got something going on here I wanted to show you. I can't give up the gardening completely. That's just the way it is with me. I had this all nice and green and mowing it. And brother-in-law brought the tractor over yesterday and loaded my compost into the boxes up there you seen. And I said, let's go up here. I had these 4 flags out. That's the size of my garden right there. I don't know what it is. About 50 by 30. I don't know. Might be a little bigger. But that tiller on that John Deere, boy, that thing's sweet. Oh, it just does such a good job. It just does a good job. I'd have planted today my corn. That's all I'm going to grow here is corn. I would sneak in a green bean, but my wife says no. You don't like bending over and picking them. Anyway, I got some erosion going on here from the past when I had all this bare dirt. Took the grass away, and it's just making it awful hard to mow. You can see me rolling around here now. I got me some birdhouses up here. Gonna make some more. I got some more wood back there, if you recall. And I like birdhouses. I love to watch birds. This is all used to be, like I said, this used to be all garden. And I'm right on the north side of it now where it used to be. It used to go over there 125 feet, I believe it was. And it went past where that garden was tilled back here a minute ago, we think. And it stopped. I'll tell you, I see the grass is a different color. It stopped right here. This was one corner of it. There's my neighbor. I had if you can see up there on my house, my rear deck on my house has the steel roof on it, just like the house. And that deck, that roof fell down. When it did, I took that roofing and I made me some raised beds. Yeah, the first raised beds I had. And I liked them. And anyway, I did away with them because I made them, hell, I couldn't mow in between them. So I moved them and I gave them to my neighbor. Here they are. They put 3 of them together. They work real good. That's all. I give them all the wood, everything. They're good neighbors. Good neighbors. All my neighbors are good neighbors. All my neighbors. I like them all. They're all. I've been here about 35 years now. Hell, we're about done with this. Hope I haven't bored you any. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to make this video, but I just didn't have anything to talk about. It's going to be like this for a while. All I got to raise beds. We'll get back on the corn up there when it starts growing. Now what I'm going to do up there is I'm going to put them 5 feet apart so we can get that John Deere tiller to it, which is 4 feet. Let's see, we're gonna, I don't know, I ain't figured it out yet, but I'm gonna have about 3 rows of Indian corn. Some people call it, I don't know, I can't remember what it's called now. It's Indian corn. It's just all different, beautiful colors. And then the sweet corn. Oh, I love sweet corn. I love it. I'll eat it right out off the shuck up there in the garden. I have done that. But anyway, gonna have a few cucumbers back here on the back deck. We'll see about that. But I gotta get to work, folks. I got 1,000 different things here to do. But I hope you enjoyed this. I can't think anything else. Got to check on my wife. She's just not doing real well, and it's really bothering her because she's the one that likes to do the flowers. Well, she couldn't do them this year because she just didn't feel like doing it. Okay, and I did these. I made her some hanging baskets. Here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 there. There's 1 up there. No big deal, but I enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed doing it. Like I said, the rest of them mares going in the front, which she would have done if she felt like it, but she doesn't. So it's up to me. And I love doing it. I love doing it. So I'm going to get off of here and start doing it. I got, like I said, 1,000 things to do here. I don't know what I'm going to do first, but I know I'm not going to plant that corn today. There's my planter. Can't beat them Earthways. You just can't beat them. Now I added the back part on to it. That's a Earthway attachment for fertilizer. I don't use it much, but I can't keep it from putting out too much. But anyway, that thing's a lot of fun to use, and it works great. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here. I've said this 15 times now, I'm sorry. But you folks have a good season, and I'll try to get back with you in about a month, okay? This is County Line Gardener saying bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.